Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Amanda. I'm a diagnosed autistic adult. I'm 40 years old. I was diagnosed a few years ago. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about autism, but what I'm going to be discussing is some of the most common autism myths. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? Have you ever heard any of these myths? Or indeed, has anybody ever said to you, "You don't look autistic"? So if you're an autistic person, you can probably relate to some of the information that I'm going to share with you today on this video. One of the first autism myths is that autism is a learning disability. Autism isn't always a learning disability. There are some of us who actually have autism and have learning disabilities, but not everybody with autism has a learning disability. The second myth is that autistic people can't live alone. Of course autistic people can live alone. There are some autistic people who require social supports and require living in shared accommodation, but there's so many of us, myself included, who live an independent life. Another common myth is that autistic people can't get married or have children. Of course autistic people can get married and have children. If we didn't, we wouldn't have more autistic people. Another common autism myth, and one that I get so often asked of me, is that, am I a genius? Are you like Rain Man? Are all autistic people geniuses? Do we all have high IQs and are we all really good at maths? While it's true that a lot of autistic people do have genius level IQs, the vast majority of us just have average or even below average levels of IQ. So to answer your question, no, we're not all like Rain Man. This next one really bugs me. I don't know about you. Leave a comment below, let me know. Do people ever say this to you? I get this so often. It's a real bugbear. Well, we're all a little bit autistic. We all have a little bit of autism in us, and it's a spectrum, and we're all on the spectrum. That one really bugs me for some reason. And it's when people say, but autism as a spectrum affects every one of us. No, it doesn't. And by saying that to an autistic person, you've literally just dismissed all of our struggles in one conversation. Autism, like any other disability, is a neurodevelopmental condition. What that means is that we're born with it and we'll pass with it. It's not something you can cure. It's not something that affects every single one of us. It really has the most debilitating effect on a lot of our lives. And the assessment pathway for autism is quite a lengthy pathway. It's not something that we're just picked up on and just diagnosed in a GP setting. We can wait years for an assessment and for a diagnosis. And that process of assessment can sometimes be up to 2-3 hours long. And so to answer your question, no, not everybody has autism and not everybody is on the spectrum. Another common autism myth is that it only affects males, and I'm here to tell you that females, myself included, can be affected as equally as males. We're not all Sheldon Cooper. common myth is that autistic people are all shy. While some autistic people might suffer with anxiety and social anxiety disorders, not every one of us is a shy person. Indeed, there might be many autistic people who are the life and soul of the party. Some of us might not like social gatherings and we might come across as being aloof or shy, but then we're not all the same. If you've met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism. Autism's a spectrum, so it affects us all differently. So you might find some autistic people who are little social creatures. Another common autism myth is that we simply grow out of autism. So many people have said to me, you're autistic, so do you just grow out of that? Is that something you just catch and then you just have for a little short length of time and then eventually it just fizzles out? And the answer is no. Autism is a genetic condition, it's a neurodevelopmental condition, it's in us, it's in our genetic makeup, and it's certainly something that is with us for life. Granted, a lot of us may hide our autistic symptoms and it may make you think that we've grown out of them, but we've not. Autism is here to stay. And just before we go, I want to answer a common question that people often ask me. Is autism caused by vaccines? And the answer is no, it most definitely isn't. And before we get going, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please consider hitting like, commenting and subscribing, and I shall see you next time for my next vlog. Cheerio!